being like, this is the worst day ever. And like 5 being like, I'm lit. Like I'm ready to turn up. Like y'all drop it in the chat. I see some 5s. I got some 7s. Let's go. It's all right, Nick. It's gonna get better. All right, all right. So y'all doing pretty good. Well, today, I do want to give like a disclaimer, right? So, everybody have like a different worldview. And my worldview mainly comes from like my religion and like I believe in God and like everything like that. So everything that I tell y'all, it comes from that perspective and that worldview. So I just want to give that disclaimer. If you don't have that same worldview, like that's fine. Like you don't have to. Like that's just me. I'm just letting y'all know before we start, right? So I also wanted to just say like a quick prayer because y'all, I can't do nothing without God. I'm nothing without him. And I just want to say like something real quick for y'all. So, all right, y'all bear with me. Okay. Hey God, thank you so much for this day. Thank you for everyone on this call. I pray that you would speak through me and help us to have a great, prosperous week. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. So let's get started. So, this month is mental health month, right? So I always saw it as everything that's healthy grows. So yes, we want to be motivated and we want to do things, but we need to check ourselves and make sure that we're still healthy on the inside. We want to be able to give not only from like a place of emptiness, but we want to give because we're full and we filled up, right? I feel like there's such a bad stigma behind mental health. Like this is just something like that's crazy people or whatever the case may be. Like those people need help. And the truth is like we all need help, right? So I thought about it in this way, right? So God made the whole earth. Every day he said, oh, it's good, it's great, until he made Adam. And what he said, he was like, it's not good for man to be alone. Why? Then he created women. Like, so this is a Lady Boss chat, and I wanted to talk about the power of women. So let me I'm going to share my screen. I'm not going to keep y'all long. Let's see. I don't think I'm doing this right. Am I sharing my screen or your screen? Can y'all see? I need y'all to talk to me because I can't see anybody.
You're good.
Y'all see? Okay, fun. Well, okay, that's what we're going to talk about. Like I said, the power of women. So why and what does this have to do with motivation, trading, building, all that? So we're all a team. We're all one. We're all together. But like I said, without women, like God said, oh, it's not enough, right? I wanted to talk from a place of like us truly being able to build and work together. And I believe that your motivation comes from your identity and your purpose. Women, men, bear with me. I know I'm talking a lot about women, but y'all bear with me. It's going to all come together in the end, right? Women living in purpose, living in power are women in purpose. We have to remember our power. We have to remember why we're here on this earth, like what we're supposed to do. You want your business to grow. You want everything to grow. Then make sure you're healthy. Make sure you're living in your purpose and that you're not worried about what somebody else is doing. Make sure that you're continuously being in your lane, continuing to put one foot in front of the other on what you're supposed to be doing. Because that's the only way that you're going to continue to be motivated is when you're living in purpose. You ever did something and it was like, you felt so good about it because that's what you were supposed to be doing. That's what's going to keep you motivated. That's what's going to keep that vision and you wanting to push every single day, wake up early, stay up late. That's what's going to help you by living in your purpose, right? But wait, we're not going to just talk about women. Like I said, men, this is a plus for y'all, right? You know that saying, like, behind every good man, there's an even greater woman. But you got to think about it like this. Women getting the right to vote, who was voting for that? It wasn't women. They didn't have the right to vote. There had to be some really strong men, secure men to stand up and rise up and be motivated and say, you know what? We actually need them too, right? So that's really like something that I'm very passionate about. It's just like the power of the woman. and just the men being secure and strong enough to let these women, let us shine and let us show through, right? Speak life into us. Speak life so that we can continue to give life, right? So, like I said, I'm keeping it short and sweet. Ladies and gentlemen, if this doesn't motivate you that God created us with so much power, like to literally change the world, like he literally said, this world is not good enough with just men. And man, if you want to reach it to your next level, to your highest potential, you're gonna have to pour into this woman. So like if you were wondering maybe you're not going up, it's probably because you're not pouring into those strong women in your life. Think about your grandmothers and your mothers in this world. Like where would we be without them? Right? So like I said, we do have the power. It's in our DNA. That's how we're made. And I feel like once you know who you are and who you are, you can really accomplish anything. You can go to the moon, right? So be the difference by playing your part to make this all work. Be that strong woman. Be that strong man who empowers other men and other women, right? So we, like our team, us, everybody, we're nothing without you. If you don't play your part, we're nothing. So if you don't want to motivate yourself, be motivated by understanding that we're one part, that we're one functioning piece. And we need each and every person to do their part in the world, especially on our team. We have to think about it. We are the chosen few. If you don't pull your weight, if you don't do your part, this doesn't work for anybody. Right? So that's mainly what I wanted to talk about today. That's really all I have for y'all. I wanted to keep it short, sweet, and simple. I hope y'all were blessed by that. Y'all continue to, like I said, take care of yourselves, because everything that's healthy grows. You keep going, you keep reaching the next level by keeping yourself healthy. And that's all I really have for y'all today. I pray y'all have a great, prosperous week. Love y'all, and bye.
Oh, I love her, y'all. I told y'all. So what I really got from that was anything that's not healthy does not grow. So make sure everything that you're doing, whatever you're listening to, whatever you're eating, whatever, I'm laughing about eating because I saw somebody had Bluebell in the camera. So just make sure everything that's going into your mind, into your body, into your space, period, is healthy, because if it's not, like, you won't grow as a person. So I'm gonna go ahead, drop some 777s in the chat for her, because I called her this morning, y'all, and she was like, yeah, of course. And she came with a PowerPoint. So yeah, definitely drop some 777s for her, please. Okay, so let me go ahead and get this shared. So you might have been on my midnight mastermind training where I did this. However, I didn't have all of y'all on that call, so I want to make sure y'all got the same value. So bear with me if something is misspelled, okay? I made these PowerPoints and hold a 6-month-old baby. So the first slide is how to take a trade and not let a trade take you. I really want y'all to let that sink in, because this is Sunday and we have to make sure that we're actually taking these trades and they're not taking our accounts, they're not taking our, mindset and just running with it. So the first thing that you should be asking yourself when you're going into these trades is, the first thing is, what am I risking? Like, do I know what I'm risking? Am I over leveraging? Should I even be taking this trade? Like, am I trying to flip something real quick? Whatever, you should know what you're risking. The next point is, what am I making? You need to know how much money you're making at all times. You can't just not look at the trade, and if there's no pip count, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna take it, because I don't know how much money I'm making. Or you should be able to calculate it on your own. The next thing is, am I over leveraging my account? So, sometimes we see a trade, we know we shouldn't be putting that lot size, but we do it anyway because we're like, I'm just try it. And then it goes the opposite direction, but the whole time we knew that we were over leveraging. The next thing is, how long ago was this signal sent out? So if you're just starting out and you don't understand that a trade can get too far away from entry and you shouldn't be taking it. Like if you're getting there, you see a trade was sent at market execution at 12 a.m. Or 8 a.m. that morning during coffee and pips or whatever, and it's 5 o'clock, then you shouldn't be taking that trade. The next thing is how long, or is this going against my trading plan? So do you even have a trading plan? So like if you don't have a trading plan, we're going to make sure you have one before you leave this call. The next is, have I already met my weekly goals? So until you get into this opportunity, you really don't realize how greedy you are. So make sure you have a goal and you're sticking to that goal. The next thing is, am I revenge trading? So say you've been having a bad week and like you like, no, I'm making this $50 back before this week is over with. Are you revenge trading? Like, that is a very, very bad habit to have. Very bad. I do it still, but make sure you're not. So the next thing is developing a trading plan that's fitting for you. So while we're going through this, if you don't have a trading plan, I'm going to help you make one, because it's Sunday. You still got time to have a trading plan before this week actually starts. So make sure you're writing these questions down and you're answering them fitting to yourself. So the first thing is, when will I trade? Like, when will I trade? Will I trade during the day? Will I trade at night? When will you trade? And I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds to write these things down before we move on. The next one is, how many times a week will I trade? Like, say you work, the night shift some days and the morning shift some days at work. How many days are you gonna do it on your off days? Are you gonna trade only on Monday and Wednesday? Are you only gonna trade at the end of the week, the beginning of the week? How many times a week are you gonna trade? I see a few people are still writing. The next one is, what sessions are best for me? So it's important to actually know what sessions are best for you. And I'm not gonna go over it, because if you don't know it, it's probably because you didn't watch that video in the academy. So definitely refer back to the academy to know what trading sessions that are fitting to you. Maybe you're a night owl, maybe you're a morning person, whatever is fitting for you. Make sure you know what sessions are best for you. The next thing is, what pairs will I trade? And actually starting to focus and start studying one particular pair or a few pairs, and actually mastering those pairs before you move on. So maybe you just don't, become best friends with Goldilocks. Maybe SPX 500 gonna become your best friend, or whatever. Start focusing on a few pairs and really mastering them. The next one is, will I live trade or will I copy and paste? So say you're a person who actually who can't sit down and type in a signal. I know some people are like, it only takes a few seconds, but some people just don't have time during the day to actually take the signals, or maybe they have to have their phone away, but they can hop on the live trading sessions and make their money then. Or you can do both. So you can copy and paste a few, or live trade twice a week and copy and paste the other days. The next is, am I actually using an app or a product, or am I using the harmonic scanner? What's your baby? Actually finding something within this opportunity and actually making it your own, and really diving into it and mastering it. So maybe you're a person who actually wants to learn how to use the sensei strategy on the harmonic scanner, or maybe you want to be a DeLorean queen, or whatever the case may be. What will you be using to become the best trader you are? Will you become, good at smart money? What will it be? And then the last but not least is, will I have a cutoff of how many trades I'm making or taking a day or a week? Like, are you going to say, okay, I've taken 10 trades this week, I made all my money, or I've only taken 2 trades and I've only made $20? Are you going to make that your cutoff, or are you just going to have a special number to where you cut off? So I see a few more people are still writing, so I'm gonna give you a chance. Okay, so like I said, a few people don't have trading goals. So when it comes to trading goals, this is probably something that I'm very, very, very strict on myself about. I might revenge trade, I might have a few habits, but I'm very, very strict on having an actual goal that I like to, and I use a monetary goal. I don't use a PIP goal. So let's actually develop one that's fitting to you. So remember that a small goal at first is okay. Remember, you have to start somewhere. So if you see somebody in the chat saying, oh, I made 10K today, that's not your goal. You never knew where they started. They might have started with $10 and now they learned how to compound, or maybe now they've hit chairman and they can actually throw those big amounts in there. But you have to remember that having a small goal is okay and building it up. So you have to start somewhere with this. You have to start somewhere. The next is, do not be greedy. If you meet your goal, be grateful for that, because there's somebody out there that's not making money right now. And even if you just made $10, even if you just made 20, you made something. So you actually have to have gratitude and be grateful for what you have made. And because somebody might have their trades. Trade. If you're risking properly and you lose, you will make it back. So I know you're like, don't be afraid to trade. You actually have to be willing to actually take the signals. You cannot pay on your demo account and say you're gonna make $500 by New Year's. You gotta actually start trading now and compounding your money. You can't be like, nah, your mentor like, nah, you need to plug in a trade. Nah, I'm gonna play on my demo for 2 more weeks, but you have like $100 sitting in your live account from when you first started. You actually have to be willing to take the trades. The next thing is, don't make it too high. Don't start with $50 and try to make 500. It's not gonna happen the right way. 9 times out of 10, you're over leveraging. If you tell me you took 50 to 500, I'm gonna be like, you did what and how? You were over leveraging. There's just no way. And then the next thing is compare your goal to real life. So let's just say you made $10 an hour at your job and you worked five hours, and you made $50 a day at your job, and you want this to become your full-time job. Use that as your goal. You don't have, or you can say $100 a day. I want to make double what I make at my job every single day, or every day that the market's open trading. So calculate what you make at your 9 to 5 in a day and make that your goal. Or say that you want to make $10 extra a day. Then that could be your goal. The next thing is, don't let what other people say in the chat make your goal. It's a process. Everyone had to start somewhere. So I already kind of touched on that. The next thing is, and the reason why this guy is on slide is because this is important. Do not get emotional when it comes to trades. Get out your feelings. Getting you back. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. There's always room for growth. Wall Street Ray has been trading a while now, and he's still learning. I guarantee you by now he doesn't get emotional over trades. He knows that it's always going to be other opportunities, and as long as he's risking what he should be, that he's going to be okay. You're going to be okay too. So just don't get emotional about it. So that is all for trading. We're going to close the trading door. So I actually have some stuff for our business builders as well. Same concept, how to build a business and not let a business build you, which it kind of should. So that kind of contradicts itself. You should be building yourself as you're building your business, right? You should be growing. If you're not growing while you're building your business, if you're not learning something, you're not doing it right. So the first thing is things to think about when you're building any business. So it doesn't have to be just related to actually building, a Forex business. You can take this into anything. Like I said, I think this is a slide where I just start typing stuff. Anyway, so always be the best version of yourself. Go above and beyond. So when I first wake up, I am not a morning person. I don't care if I wake up at 12, 2, 10 late. I don't like waking up sometimes. I don't know why. I just be like, leave me alone. I don't want to talk for a few minutes. I need call wakes me up. I'm not going to answer it because I'm not the best version of myself. And whatever I say to that person on the other end of that phone might not sound right. So I need to make sure I'm in my right mindset, because whoever is a part of my business might not deserve the reaction I'm going to give when I first answer the phone. It's nothing personal. It's just I wasn't ready to talk because I'm not at the best version of myself. If I'm having a bad day, maybe that's a day where you're like, maybe I should just let everybody know I need a few days, a day or two to get myself together because I'm not the best version of myself. The next thing is have a vision for you, where you want your business to go. So don't try to build it day by day and then eventually figure it out. Maybe out of this opportunity, if you're planning on building a business, maybe P2000 is all that you want, right? Maybe you just want to get to P2000 and be a master trader. That's your vision for this. Maybe you want to come in and break the compensation plan. That's your vision. So make sure that you're not trying to just figure out what you're going to do. You hit P2000, you're like, okay, well, maybe I guess I can hit P5000 next. Well, since I hit P5, I guess I can hit Chairman 25. You actually have to have a vision at all times. And even if you do it that way, at least you know where you're going next. You're not just doing this day by day and trying to figure it out as you go along. The next thing is you have to have, if you have a team, they aren't your team. They aren't your team. They're your family. These people that you're surrounding yourself with are your family. These are the people that are pushing you on an everyday basis. Like, this is not a team. Like, it is, but it's not. They're family. And even with sports, if you have a team, you eventually become family. You have to be willing to stop whatever you're doing to help your family. If your family is not doing good in this opportunity, or you see that they're not really plugging in, I will call anybody on my team and be like, look, I'm not seeing you on a call in like 4 weeks. Are you okay? Because I need you to get to the next level with me. The next thing is be adaptable to any situation. So maybe you have someone on your team that is a very sensitive person. You can't be, I had to learn this, that everybody might not be as tough as I am. Or maybe I'm emotional and other people might not be emotional. I had to be willing to be adaptable to any situation or anything. I had to learn how to be a problem solver and not a problem maker. The next thing is do what you have to do, not what you want to do. And when you don't feel like doing something, 9 times out of 10, that's when you should be probably doing everything. So if you're feeling like I don't really want to do this like today, that's probably the day that you should be doing the most, because maybe if everything is being thrown at you that day, something isn't getting done somewhere. So maybe somebody on your team may be losing trades, but they're just bugging you, but they don't really want to tell you, like, look, I didn't hit stop loss like 5 times because I've been taking my own trades. Whatever, a lot of things might be happening all at once and you can't really figure out why, but it's because you should probably be more involved than you were. So do what you have to do, not what you want to do. Let me move this because it's in front of me. So everything starts with the foundation. Without a foundation, things will fall apart. So if you're just starting out with this business, or you're just starting to say, okay, I really want to go all in this, I'm really going to tell you some things that will cut your time in half. So the first thing is actually having a schedule, like actually having a schedule, even if it's not every day, only twice a week, where you're actually like, okay, look, today we're going to do basic training. Today I'm going to launch all the new people before the trading week starts. Today we're going to actually go over this type of strategy. Whatever, you have your own personal schedule when the people that you're bringing in are actually seeing your face. It's one thing for them to see my face, Malik's face, whoever's face, but it's another thing for them to have that personal engagement with you and you alone, even if it's a group FaceTime with everybody that you got started in this month, but you knowing every Friday I'm going to call all my people and let them know, like, I care about them. And so I'm going to talk to them, even if it's not about this. The next thing is being consistent in that schedule. So actually being consistent and not saying 1 week I'm going to call them and 1 week they just ain't going to hear from me. I'm busy. Like, it doesn't work like that. Having consistency in everything. So if you just going to start a YouTube channel about Forex and you're going to talk about, you're going to post a video every Tuesdays and Thursdays, and you stop doing that after a month, you're not being consistent. And then the next thing is system. So actually having a system of how you do things. So every single time, if you get somebody that joins your family, if you're gonna launch them all in one day, make sure that you're on the phone with them every time they take their first trade. Whatever your system is gonna save you a lot of time, energy, and money. I promise you. Like I said, call your family members, let them know that you care about if they're losing trades or winning trades, or you're letting them explain what they did, or you're telling them what they did wrong so they truly understand you. And the next thing is actually be a sponge. Soak, if you're on leadership calls, soak in everything. Actually be a sponge so you can wring it out on everybody. Like, it could be years from now. Like, things that I tell people are stuff that I heard when I was pregnant and I wasn't even truly building. And I'm bringing it out on everybody so that they won't have to go through some of the things that I kind of hit a wall with in this business. So the next thing is strive to get better. Train your mind to always be like how you were when you first started this. So we all know when we first bought that platinum package, we were excited. Like, we were like, okay, look, I got this little package. I'm finna go all enough to go watch all these videos in one night. Then I'm gonna call my mentor tomorrow and I'm gonna be like, look, I watched all the videos. I'm ready to trade. Like, we always like that when we first got started. And then a couple weeks, we like, look, they sending all these calls. I don't feel like it. I'm sleepy. I'm not doing this. Always remember how you were when you first started, because I guarantee you a month or two in, you're going to be over it. You're going to be like, I don't feel like doing it anymore. You always should be in phase one. You always should want to hit P150 every single week. The next thing is social media is your business card. Like, everything that I post on my social media, I have to make sure that it's pleasing to the eye, because if people ask me for a business card, I don't give them a card. They get my Instagram. And if they do get a card, it says my Instagram name and my name, and that's it. It does not say my phone number, anything, because I need them to see. People want to see the grind. People want to see when you first started how your P150 flyer looked. Like, it's been times where I went back and looked at some chairwomen's Instagrams, and I'm like, look at her when she was P150. So people actually want to see what it took when you got there, like what it took for you to get to where you are. So document everything. If you go to meetups and you're posting, take pictures of that, everything. The next thing is, if you do it right, you won't do it long. So make sure you're doing things right. You're taking notes. You're actually being consistent. Everything that you're doing is the right way. Because I guarantee you, if you do everything the right way, you won't do it very long. The next thing is actually learn from other people. Let go of your ego and ask people who have the results that you want questions. Like, I have not met a person who does not want to help somebody in this opportunity. I just haven't. If I ask them, they help me. And if they didn't want to help me, I didn't know this. So definitely learn from other people and kind of like let go of that ego. Like, let go of being like, I don't really want her to get on my, like, I don't want her to, not feel like I'm annoying her, or whatever the case may be, or I don't want him to feel like I'm bothering him. No. Ask questions. If you feel like you got to bug somebody to get yourself to the next level. The next thing is actually network and get to know other people in your field, because these are the people that are going to keep you going when you don't want to do it anymore. I guarantee you, actually get to know people in your field. Nurses, 9 times out of 10, hang out with nurses. A chairman 10 probably hangs out with the rest of the chairmen, because they're trying to figure out everything that those people know that they don't. The traders probably link up and hang out. So you have to hang out with people that are trying to get to the next level, that are in the same field as you. I don't know if I want to do, okay. So the last slide, y'all, I had to make sure y'all had it together, okay? I know it was wordy, I know it was long, but I had to they've been hungry for it, they wanted it. So I had to make sure that y'all started this week out on the right note. This is the last slide, y'all. So make sure that y'all listening to it, because of course I put everything that's the most important on the last one to see who was gonna stay. And everybody stayed, okay? So always growing as a person in order to get to the next level. So the first thing is getting on team calls and trainings. Y'all know that is probably one of the hardest things, but I learn something different every time I get on a call. So actually getting on the team calls and actually training your mind to do the same thing. Because eventually, if you're just starting and you have a business that's not really, really big right now, you're going to have to know not what they're saying on the calls, but actually how to conduct the call. I remember when I first started getting on calls and talking, I didn't know how to share my screen. But if I would have been on the calls, I probably would have knew how to share my screen. I didn't know that, oh, you actually got to do a training. You can't just get on there and motivate people. Like, I didn't know that. I would have knew that, though, if I was actually getting on the calls and listening. The next thing is actually hosting calls, practicing talking, practicing being a leader. Because it's one thing to be like, oh, I know how to do that. Y'all, when y'all see this little dot in front of y'all, this little camera, and you're going to get nervous and the people ain't even here. So you actually have to practice hosting calls. I remember I used to host calls, and only person that was on there was me and Malik. He was upstairs, I was downstairs, but I was trying to practice. Y'all be nervous. The next thing is listening to personal development. Like, I have to listen to it because y'all, the old me, she had a little mouth on her. She was snappy. I didn't know how to be adaptable to situations. I felt like I could treat this business all the time like real life. If somebody made me mad, I was like, I told you not to take the trade. Now you calling me complaining about taking it. I couldn't be like that. I had to learn how to listen to personal development and kind of calm me down and be like, okay, maybe they was just anxious. Maybe they, they really was excited about it. The next thing is being a leader and taking notes. I go back and read my notes every so often and kind of like remember things that people said, because it's a reason why certain people have a certain mindset that you don't. And 9 times out of 10, it's because they've read books or heard things and they've been developing their self way before you. This one, y'all can kind of ignore that because I feel like our family really helps each other. So helping others when they ask questions in the group message. So if you see somebody in a group message and you know the answer, even though you might have not been here long, still answer that. If you feel like you know that answer the question, because the next thing is very, very important. A rank doesn't make you a leader. You make you a leader, right? Just because your back office does not say chairman 10 or whatever, that does not make you a leader. You make you a leader. So definitely make sure you're willing to step up. If you know the answer, just be willing to step up and help. Even though you feel like you can answer it. The next thing is treat this business, y'all. Treat this business like you're the CEO before you're the CEO. Treat your bank account like it has $1 million before $1 million touches it. These things should be second nature, because if you don't learn how to start practicing, risk management, and you got $1 million sitting in your bank account and you don't know how to handle it, it's not going to be there long. If you don't know how to run a business like a CEO, the business isn't going to be there very long. So that is all that I have for you guys. I really, really drop a 777 in the chat if y'all feel like y'all got some value. Okay, let me see. What? I was about to say, I'm like, I got two I was about to say, okay, I see y'all now. So that is all I have for you. I really, really, really hope that y'all take the things that y'all got today and really apply it. Because I know for a fact that everything that I said can get y'all to the next level, as long as you use it. You can have these notes and just keep them in your notebook and it doesn't work for you. And you still wondering why, well, dang, it still ain't working for me. If it stopped working for you, if you're a person that's hit a rock bottom, you need to go back and read them notes, because it was something in those notes that can help you. So I hope everybody has a beautiful, beautiful week. I hope your trading accounts double. I hope that I see so many new rank advancements pop this week. I know that it's in you. And yeah, I love you guys. I'm going to go ahead and end it. I hope I see y'all next Saturday.